No, nothing. I went live.
I just heard him go all Jamaican. What?
What? Why?
What you talking about?
What it is you
Oh.
want, sir.
Yeah. So, sorry for the shite voice, guys.
It's okay.
Don't worry.
Don't let it happen again.
I'm at a point where I just feel like I should give up, just croak. But I feel like it's an option now. So I'm not gonna lie, I might rush through this tonight
Okay.
because the more
What?
I talk, the more I want to cough. So
Oh, okay, I see. No, that's fine.
Yeah, that's
or
not fun.
I'll just let you guys do all the chitting of the chat.
No worries.
So what I want to talk about, as the title says, is E3. So
E3.
you guys obviously familiar with E3, right?
Yes.
And
Honestly, thought it was canceled.
it was.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
It was canceled this year, and it is.
Conversation over.
It's
Like,
still over. But so the developers are still shooting all their shit out this summer. A bunch of stuff came out last week, this week, and next week we have more developer shows coming, like the Xbox Live show, the PC Gamer show is coming. That's all next week. So far, I think we've only gotten the Sony show, a couple of drops from Ubisoft and some developers. Hideo Kojima dropped his new title today, and well, not it wasn't his new title,
What
but
is it?
he dropped his
Death Stranding 2?
douchebag montage of him walking around an office. He's so full of himself now lately. I don't understand what's going on with him.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm starting to see more and more why, Konami let him go.
yeah, because if that's how he wanted to act, and that's what he was trying to hold back from, I'm like, yeah, Konami, good riddance.
Which is kind of a shame because, he had pretty good reputation up until that point.
It's always the talented ones that are like fucking whack jobs in public, right? Or like,
oh, you mean the entitlement that comes with talent?
Yeah.
it's not even
The second you...
it's not even entitlement. Like he's in the video and he comes out of a shadow, he walks into the light, and then he looks up towards the light, and it's like, and he's wearing a fucking scarf for no reason with the t-shirt. Like fuck you, you're a douche. So
He seems
He's a hipster.
he seems super hipster right now.
yeah. So yeah, Kojima announced he presented his thing today, and I just want to go over it because I feel like this is going to be like a pseudo E3, and I think moving forward, the summer months are going to turn into this. Like it's just going to be where all the announcements come out. It's just not going to be at E3. It's just going to be all separate. Oh, and Nintendo announced they're going to do their Nintendo Direct also. So, but I don't know. Zelda's already out, so I don't care. So,
There's nothing they can do.
yeah. Super Mario Odyssey 2. I didn't play the first one.
Maybe a new system. Oh,
Oh, yeah. Oh, and that too. New system announcements to compete with the Wii, right? The Wii U, or no, is it the Wii? What the fuck is it called?
Switch.
But
The Switch. Sorry. Jesus Christ.
Oh, you were talking about that PS. I don't remember I don't even remember what the hell it's called, but it's that new PlayStation.
Whatever. It's the PlayStation Switch. And yeah. So I just want to go over it,
It's
but
just like the Steam Deck.
before we dive into the
It's
details
Switch Station.
and the nitpicks about everything that was
Yes.
announced. Let me see here. I wanted to know from you guys, what do you guys think about E3 pretty much being over? How do you guys
I'm a little
feel about that?
disappointed. A little disappointed.
Yeah,
I like the whole.
probably-
I like the whole show and dance of it.
Yeah, honestly, and not having had the opportunity to go because it was something that I wanted to do at one point,
Right.
and I thought would have been like around for a long time. Like, hey, it's this huge gaming event that everyone likes to go to, has all the big names there. Why would I not want to go? And then they just stopped.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Disappointed that it ended. Even I get some of the reasons why it potentially ended, but it doesn't really seem to have mattered, seeing as everyone's still doing the same thing, just without the E3 banner.
Yeah, it just sucks that it's not
That's
under one
true.
roof and there's no live coverage, you know? Like for instance, remember when 9/11 happened and then they introduced a news ticker and like constant breaking news that was live and then people enjoyed watching the news all of a sudden? So E3 was kind of like that, but for gamers. It was just constant breaking news for like a week. It was nuts.
Yeah.
It was bonkers. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I just compared it to 9/11, but yeah, people went crazy for it, and I remember I was the type of guy how like I would actually schedule like a week off work for E3. I remember that. I remember I skipped school for it. I always wanted to go to the LA Convention Center and check out E3. I remember one time. I'm not going to be too specific here in case some people see this, but I skipped out on a trip just to be alone and watch E3.
Shit.
That's sad,
Damn.
sad as fuck. But that's how deep I was into E3, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I used
some
to
some
watch it.
people take a day off or two of work to smash through a video game. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
That's
definitely
what
I
done
don't know.
that.
that's what
Definitely done that. Yeah.
launch day, right?
Oops.
What's that? Launch day. Yeah, exactly. Launch day, especially if it's like a huge game. Yeah.
Man. So I'm surprised,
Oh,
Josh,
man,
that you're happy with oh not sorry disappointed that E3 is gone, because a lot
Yeah.
of companies out there like especially like gaming journalists and developers are happy that it's gone.
Of course they are.
They're saying like, oh, I don't have to make this fucking tech demo for E3. I could just focus on actually making the game. Let's go. They're happy about
course.
that, you know.
Of
So
course.
and you've dabbled in creation, right? So
Okay, while I get it, I like I said, I like the show and dance of it. It was just everyone came together to show off their shit, right? It was like what's it called? What's anyways, it's not a showman. Anyways, doesn't matter. I forgot the name. Yeah, no, it's just it was cool to go like, oh, this is the booth for this game. This is the booth for this game. You can't wait to see it on the main screen and all
Yeah.
that stuff. Like, it's a shame I haven't gone to it, and I feel like from what I've seen, at least the new stuff, like if they're showing off whatever PlayStation, the PlayStation thing, like I don't know, it seems a little lackluster
yeah,
to me.
yeah.
Like I like diversity, I like the oomph of everything, this grand spectacularness of it.
Well, it's like you felt like everyone came there, like developers and stuff,
Yeah.
like to do battle.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, oh shit! Like back in the day, you're like, oh dang, God of War came out. Man, I wonder how Xbox is gonna counter that. Oh, Nintendo came out with this, and you had like, yeah, contenders is like a little fight to see who's better. Like
Oh, and
even
dude,
South Park
they
had it
really
with
started
the
jabbing each
console
other.
wars and everything.
They really started
Yeah,
throwing punches.
honestly,
at each other.
it really, yeah. There's like, I guess, but right now it just feels like they went from being in the hot seat next to each other to just fighting each other online.
I don't know.
You
Call me
what I mean?
call me old school, but I do like I like the gatheringness of it. Like everything online,
No,
like it's
yeah.
convenient and whatever, but it's cool to interact with somebody in real life. Like,
Yeah.
do you really want to just sit there and game all the time, but not go out and actually experience shit with your friends and go out and drink and stuff, especially as an adult? Like people beg to go out, it's just usually they have responsibilities and everything, so they don't as often as when they were younger.
But like, what the hell was with the whole tech demo? Like, why did they have to actually go out of the way to do so much extra for something when they're basically already doing the same thing, just I guess minus a tech demo?
Well,
Like,
no, there's still
just-
tech demos right
but,
now.
like, I know, but well, then even more so. It seems like a less of a reason to just be like, hey, we're not doing E3, as opposed to we're just doing our own thing.
No, well, it costs the
I don't
developers
know.
a fortune. Like when they go to E3, like they have to pay for their spot, they have to pay for their time on stage, and they have to make sure that they're
Like,
bringing a product, right?
I totally understand why they
Right.
don't do it. It's just I liked it.
I love it.
It's like wrestling. People like the Attitude Era and the Golden Era and everything because they had a big show and dance about stuff. Whereas like now it's kind of bland because everything is the same shit and they just give you the product and that's it. There's no soul.
Yeah.
Like I understand that it's more cost efficient to not do it and more time efficient to not do it. It's just it's neat to have a big show and dance about it. It's neat to see it. It's cool. Like people come here. People paid money to actually travel there to see it. Like
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
a reason why they did it. We're just now it's just more convenient to just sit at home and watch it.
I always compared it to the Super Bowl for me, E3. I was like, yo, like companies paid massive money to like channels like G4 or IGN and stuff to like spot trailers and stuff. And it got to a point where we had our own like yo, is GMC gonna pay $1 million for a $30 ad at E3? You know, it got that far. You know what I mean? And it was interesting to see, and like you said, the togetherness of it all. It was it was nice because like I used to get together with my cousins, get together with my friends, and we would sit down and watch it just like you're watching a Super Bowl, you know.
Mm.
And it was so much fun. And now it's really sad to think that it might all be over. Like that's done. Now it's just gonna be everyone doing their thing between the months of May and September. It's kind of strange, you know.
Mm.
Um, but hey, nonetheless, I still appreciate that at least the industry didn't just give up on it. Xbox is still coming out with their shows. So is Ubisoft. So is Bethesda. So is Sony. They already had their show. I don't know if E3 is doing one actually. E3, EA. I don't know if they'll do one. They're catching a lot of heat right now because of their fucking what do you call it, Madden game? Holy shit!
Really?
They introduced some feature to like import actual designer shoes into the game, or I don't know. I didn't fucking check the whole thing out. Something about the shoes that your players can wear, and people are like, "Fuck that! I'm not paying for it." So yeah.
Goddamn.
So yeah. But now on to the announcements. So the only ones that I'm going to talk about are the ones that I saw so far, and what came out. So from the Sony show, starting off, and just for the record, for me, E3 you always compared. You know, who had the best show? Was it Sony?
Yep.
Was it Xbox? Was it Nintendo? Was it EA, Activision? Who was it? You know. And to me, Sony won it more often than not because they always had the fucking IPs. They just had really good titles to back them up. And I remember one year, like I said, they were throwing jabs at each other. Like Sony actually went up on stage and said, "This is how you lend your friend a game," and they just give it to someone else. Do you remember that? Because on the Xbox you couldn't share games
No.
anymore; it was tethered to your console.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, so-
no, I didn't hear about that, but that's funny.
So Sony's answer to that was to just come out on stage and just be like, "Here's how you lend your friend a game," and you just give it to someone. I was like, "Wow!" Like they really got up in each other's face. So, because Sony already had their show, I'm going to kick off with them. So the biggest announcement that I consider from them was Spider-Man Dos, combination of Miles Morales and Peter Parker. Peter Parker is sporting the Venom suit, and it looks quite good. Now, for the purpose of our conversations, y'all ain't going to be seeing anything. If you want to look it up while we're talking, go right ahead. For editing purposes, I will edit in some video, obviously. And we got to see, there was a tech demo, so we got to see the suit in action.
Yeah.
I
That I
didn't.
did.
I didn't get this. I never played Miles Morales, Spider-Man. But in the game, there's like this. When he's swinging, he gets this wingsuit that pops out, and he flies around the city a bit, which really speeds up traversing. Was that in the Miles Morales game? For those of you that played it?
I don't know. I couldn't play.
don't believe so. I played it, but I don't remember it being there.
Okay. So, anyways, I thought the tech demo was great. I thought it looked good, and I wanted to know for you guys, do you have any wants that you want from this title? Because I think we all played Spider-Man, right?
Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, part 2 is coming out. What do we want?
Dan, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, so far I really like that they're doing the whole Craven story. It'd be interesting to see if they follow through with that, considering he had the whole symbiote suit at that point. But I'm hoping that they're actually gonna bring in Venom, considering this seems to be the way that they're going, and maybe even go into either they'll do a third game and do Maximum Carnage, or go into that whole route with Venom and Carnage and the symbiotes, or they'll just bring in Venom. But I'd like to see if it pans out in that route, or they'll just keep it straight up the entire time with Craven and more or less the Craven story, which is pretty good in its own right.
Dan's all decked out in his Venom gear. He's like, I want my black symbiote.
Oh yeah,
I remember that fiasco in the trailer. Like, did they just say symbiote? That was hilarious. All right. And what about you?
Actually, I just flat out agreed. Like, yeah, it's most likely going to be about Craven. Maybe there's going to be hints of Venom.
Mhm.
Probably more towards the end, if anything. But like, I'm curious to know how or if they would actually introduce that. Like, how would Eddie Brock fit into all of this? But yeah, it's most likely going to be a lot of Craven, which is pretty cool because he has a team, and Peter has Morales. But anyways, no, I don't have that much more to add. Like, it's just I agree with Dan.
Mm-hmm. Nice. I would ask
It,
for.
it seems like it's going down that route, and if it goes maximum carnage, that'd be great. But if they
Yeah.
also ease into it, like just have Carnage versus Venom and Spider-Man, and how they eventually collided, or like I don't know, because they already also kind of already did it with the PlayStation games, like the earlier PlayStation games, right?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Had like a Carnage thing, and like Spider-Man and Venom had to get along to fight him.
I just remember Super Nintendo Maximum Carnage. That's it. That was a fucking graphic
Which
game, man.
Spider-Man was that? I honestly forget, but then like there's what's it? The Carnage symbiote ends up consuming, not consuming, but Doc Ock uses it, and like you have to traverse through a hall. Do you remember that?
Oh, I vaguely remember that. I do.
No, I don't.
Oh damn.
Well,
Well, look
there's
it
some of
up.
the Spider-Man games I haven't gotten a chance to play. Like
Oh, it's
I
all
remember
good.
there was
I'm just
that.
saying, like, it's hard to really like, for me at least, it's hard to imagine what else could be in it that hasn't already been in it. Like, how could they really
what could be
change
taken
it?
out, because I have something I want
Could be
gone.
taken out. Like, I'm
Out.
curious
do
to
you
know,
want
like,
gone?
didn't Norman Osborn have the symbiote suit? Or not the symbiote suit, but the symbiote at the end of Spider-Man. He's like, "This is going to save Harry," or something like that.
Was it the symbiote suit? I thought it was the. I thought they hinted at
Because
the,
like it
the
hits the
goblin
glass,
suit.
right?
Yeah, he.
Yeah, it's going like,
Yeah, there was like a little hint towards it. I think he was about to do something with it, but nothing really came of it.
yeah. I'm curious to know what happened. Like, we only saw a tech demo, right? So he already had the suit. So I'm curious to know how he got about that. Because I feel like that part that we don't see how he got the suit could be more instrumental to the ending of the game. So maybe that's
Okay.
why they didn't show it. But that's at least, I don't know. That's what I theorize right now.
Well, I like, because they're introducing the whole switch between characters, GTA 5 style, between Miles Morales and Peter Parker. I'm hoping that really opens up for like a lot of endings, a lot of possibilities, a lot of ways that this can go down. Obviously, one of them will be canon, but whatever. And one thing I would like to see gone is less hand-holding missions. Like, I don't want to be Mary Jane running around taking pictures. I don't want to.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I would like
that.
I would like to see less of that. Like, if you want to put it in there, cool. Just don't give me fucking 3-4 levels of it. I'm not down.
No,
Let
I
me.
remember that.
I remember there was one scene where you're Mary Jane, and I think you're in Grand Central Station, and you're like moving around, and Spider-Man's around doing all this cool shit, knocking people out quietly. And I was like, I want to fucking do that. I want to do that. I don't want to do this.
I don't think Batman.
Ubisoft hasn't released a Splinter Cell game in years. I want to do that. It's like, so I want to see that gone. I would like to see multiple routes, multiple endings. And you know what? A lot of people are gonna hate me for saying this, but can we just make it Peter's story at the same time? Like,
Yeah, I'm
I
sort of
think-
hoping that's.
I think it might be, because Peter is obviously infected with the symbiote, so I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a story. But Miles is important. Miles is terribly important, and I like him.
He is.
He's important, but he's not so important to be the forefront. It's a good like side thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like he's basically like the Robin of this group.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not to like put him down or anything. Like the guy, like he's still pretty cool in his own right. But I
like the
that's
Tim
why I'm
Drake.
hoping.
I don't
that's
know.
where-
Like, if he said Nightwing
Tim
or something,
Drake.
because Nightwing's
He's
kind of
like
cool.
the Tim Drake Robin.
As long as what's Red Hood's name?
Jason Todd.
Jason. Yeah, it's a Jason Todd. Yeah, as long as he wasn't Jason Todd, that's
He
yeah.
goes, let's start shooting at Spider-Man.
So
Who needs web shooters when you can have pistols?
So Spider-Man was a great announcement. And then Sony went ahead and announced their fantastic new handheld. So with the PlayStation 5 now, you can get what is called an 8-inch Project Q screen. And what they're going to do is the PlayStation 5 controls will come stop that. Come separately, and you could snap them on the side just like the Nintendo Switch and just play your PS5 games straight on there. Kind of like the Switch.
Okay.
I am predicting that the battery life is going to be like an hour on this thing.
Yeah, they're gonna have to do. Well, you know what? Battery technology has. Wow, I can't speak. Has improved greatly over the years.
That's true. It has.
So
A lot of slaves make them. So
I
Built to
wasn't
last.
going that route, but
Oh, sorry.
sure, it
My
doesn't
bad.
have to. But no, batteries have definitely they last a lot longer than they used to back in the day.
Yeah, they do.
Like I remember when I was younger, just to kind of go a little off topic, but like having a like one of those remote control cars, like having a battery used one was kind of like you shouldn't really use those. Get the gas ones. The gas ones are the best. The cars go really fast. Now everyone's like, fuck gas, get battery. Battery's good.
Oh. Well, I guess
So
we know
it's
that someone's going to be installing a Tesla charger near their house. So,
not anytime soon. for
so
for 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 some other obvious reasons, but we won't go into there.
oh, okay.
Um,
Um, so
Saucy.
so basically, this is PlayStation's answer, Sony's answer to the Switch and gaming on the go. To be honest, I used to like their handhelds, like the PSP and the PS Vita. I thought they were really nice. They just didn't have enough titles for them. But they were great. I
well, the
remember.
Vita they just did shit all with it. It was like it was there 1 minute and then they just kind of forgot about it.
I think the Vita was mainly for the second screen function, right? That's all it was
Yeah,
for. That's why people got it. But the PSP, I remember that thing was great. I really liked it, and there were tons of games for it that were fun. And it had a fucking internet browser in it.
yeah.
You could go on, you can go and chill on the internet and shit, man. You can watch porn on it. It was easy. Um, so
Yes.
You know, we able to put movies onto the thing. It was awesome.
yeah, you could put movies
That is
onto it
cool.
too, and it had the same interface as the PlayStation 3. You had your music section, you had your movie section, your videos. You can install apps in it. It was
Yeah,
for,
it was
for its
nice.
time. It was amazing.
Yeah.
But so this is their answer to it now, and I'm guessing it's just a screen that's going to connect to your PlayStation 5, and it's going to mimic exactly what's installed in there, which is great. I don't know about the battery life, and me personally. Well, before I give my thoughts, what do you guys like? Dan, I think you already gave your opinion, but Josh, what do you think?
I'm honestly indifferent about it. I was never super huge on the handheld stuff. I was like just parking myself on the couch, big ass TV or
Yeah,
big TV.
same,
Yeah,
same.
I like it.
But my
No,
I
I
don't care
can
problem,
I can
if
agree.
I'm standing up or from out. Like I'm out.
my problem with
Call
it,
me old fashioned.
my problem with it is like, and we've seen this happen with the Nintendo Switch, and the Wii and the Wii U and stuff, is that developers start making specific game mechanics for this shit, and that fucking annoys me. You know?
They do.
All right, well, that's pretty much why the Wii U failed is because the Wii U was just they tried doing it was a neat idea, but they tried doing so much, and they're like, let's just make
Scale
something
it back a
different.
bit, yeah.
Yeah,
Wii U.
And one thing
but
that these that I think a lot of people forget is that Nintendo does not have a fucking developed or properly developed online feature. You know what I mean? Where you can just play against your friends all the time and create parties and chats and all that shit.
But this is not that good.
What?
The Switch.
Not at that, in my understanding.
Okay.
And apparently
no,
there's
yeah,
their
I
Nintendo
don't know. I
store.
don't have one, so I'm asking.
And yeah, I don't have one either. But my one of my siblings has one, and I played it a couple of times. And my experience on the Nintendo store was fucking trash, bro.
Really?
It's
I didn't really
garbage.
have much. I haven't had much trouble with it. Compared to the what was it, the Wii, it's definitely night and day as far as the internet goes.
Yeah.
Like the shit actually runs nowadays. So
But
I'd say
titles that
it's.
come out for the Nintendo are not online titles.
What do you mean?
Well, most of the time they're single player games,
Oh yeah, there's that, but
so they don't
games
need.
like
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
no, I was gonna say games like what's it, Super Smash Bros,
Mhm.
Mario Kart, stuff like that. They're actually pretty solid online.
That's great. What if you want to play Call of Duty?
It's not Call you can't really compare Call of Duty to for Nintendo. It's not really like Nintendo has never really been more the I guess you could say gory shooter style of console. They've been
No, I
more
would
like the
say
family home entertainment kind of
I would
console.
say Nintendo sucks with third party developers. Like they're not that good with it. They're good at their own IPs, and that's it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I could agree with that.
So that's why
yeah,
I think these console makers, like when they're making this handheld device for the PS5, I think one of the shortcomings or one of the tallest orders that they have to make is that you need to make sure that your online games are top notch on this little screen. Like people are going to try to play Call of Duty on that. People are going to try to play fucking Gran Turismo and shit, and they're going to want the optimal experience on it. So I hope they can nail it. I really do. It's probably like $4,000 US, but we'll see.
Yeah, I could see them trying to do that. It'd be neat, but I don't see it doing too well considering your vision is going to be pretty shit on a smaller screen.
They saw
Like I gotta snipe that guy 20 miles out. I think I could see a pixel of his head, or is that his gun? Or I'm dead.
Yeah,
That's kind
absolutely.
of true.
Sounds like the average experience for a handheld game.
And
Um,
possibly why Nintendo games are so bright and colorful, so you can actually see it on the small screen.
yeah,
Yeah.
and why they still use pixel art. Um, so next up was this was an announcement that you and I saw together, PT.
Yeah.
It was Konami.
Ah, I was wondering when we get there.
Oh yeah, Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater remake.
Oh, yeah, I saw
Apparently,
something.
it's called Metal Gear Solid Delta.
Okay,
Delta.
that's what the triangle's for.
Yeah.
Okay. I was
Okay.
wondering what that was.
So it's a remake, so the story isn't exactly going to be the same as Snake Eater, right? Kind of like
Exactly. So Snake is going to
More
shave
or
his
less-
beard and he's going to
I
be
like how
transitioning.
GameCube for Metal Gear Solid 2, like GameCube was a little more different than the PS1 version.
It was Metal Gear
Yeah, it
Solid.
was like better-
It was original Metal Gear Solid, not Metal Gear Solid 2. It was Twin Snakes.
Oh my, yeah, my bad. Sorry, Metal Gear Solid.
No, but didn't they also do it for the first? Like they redid the first game, and they also did like a a different perspective for Metal Gear Solid 2. Like you're playing through a snake this time around.
Really?
I thought you did that in the original.
No, but in Metal Gear Solid 2, you do play a large portion in the beginning and in the middle of the game as Snake. No.
Yeah.
I remember in the beginning you for like that first hour with that whole boat section, and then you're basically playing as Raiden 90% of the time.
Yep.
But I know that they had done another one where you're actually playing more so as Snake, or at least I believe that was the thing. And there was
Honestly, drawing a blank, I don't remember that. Like a game with just Snake in Metal Gear Solid 2: Sons of Liberty.
yeah. I'm not 100% sure on that one, or I'm just thinking it's the the remake on GameCube where they just upped the graphics and made it look nicer.
But I think,
Yeah, I
like Josh
meant
said,
the first one. I just meant the first one.
yeah. But I think Josh is right. Like this is going to be a remake, so it's going to be like Twin Snakes that was on GameCube. I just hope they don't go like that route, because Metal Gear Solid on PS1 and on PC was fucking awesome. Still to this day, I can play that
pretty
game. And then when
I
Twin
think,
Snakes came out, all of a
def-
sudden, Snake was like fucking. He would slow motion jump and like tip his toe on a rocket that was flying towards him, do a backflip, and all that shit. You know, I was like, oh, okay, they went full anime. You know,
Oh God!
yeah. So it's like they went fucking. That's an actual scene in the game, eh? The part where you're fighting the Hind D, it just fucking shoots its rocket at you, and Snake in the cutscene jumps up, tips the rocket with his foot, takes out a stinger, and shoots right back. I was like, is this a Battlefield 2042 clip? What is this? Get out of here. But
I know Snake is pretty agile in like hand-to-hand combat, but I've never seen him be that fucking agile.
What agile off a bullet?
That's what I mean. Like
Or missile?
his hand-to-hand combat, he can go toe-to-toe with some people, but all of that you just explained, yeah, I've never seen
but
him
like-
do anything like shit like that.
Imagine seeing it in like live action, right? Because the thing is still traveling really fast, so you just see Snake kind of go like, "Boing,
yeah, it'll be like a.
boing."
It'll be like your what do you call it? Like an auto run in Mario
so
Maker,
quick.
where you just see Mario fucking
my God.
dashing across the screen. That's all it'll look like.
Snake made 50 movements in 1 second.
So for the Metal Gear Snake Eater reveal, it was just a cutscene. It was pre-rendered footage. There was no gameplay, and you just see Snake emerge from the water, and he looks good. He looks real good.
He looks good.
I don't know if David. I don't think
heard-
David Hayter's coming back for the voice though.
no.
I actually.
Oh, no.
I heard that he is.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I hope so.
I'm seeing some signs of it, but so far from what I'm seeing, he's coming back as the voice actor.
Kiefer
Oh, I hope
Sutherland.
so.
Would be nice.
Yo, Kiefer Sutherland, go fuck himself. Go do 24 Part 2.
I agree.
I don't want to see
I
you as
agree.
Snake again.
I agree. I think like the only
That
reason
was-
why I
that
thought it
wasn't
was
even-
okay is
that
because it was
wasn't even
fake Snake.
Snake. Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
yeah.
I was gonna say
Fake Snake. I'm
that
like, get
wasn't
back
even
to
really
24.
Yeah.
Ugh.
But if David Hayter comes
Frank.
back, and clearly they have the soundtrack because the soundtrack played during the trailer, so they have the rights to it. It's amazing. It sounds great. It looks great. It's pre-rendered footage. Nothing else to go off of it. But the same question as Spider-Man: what do you guys want from this?
A good game.
Do you want them to tell the exact same story?
No.
What changes would you welcome?
Some.
I honestly don't know. I wouldn't mind seeing the what's his name's original vision for the whole end fight. What is it? The end? The old man sniper.
Yeah,
the end.
his name was the end.
Yeah,
The end.
yeah. Okay.
I just want to see the end.
Yeah.
You know, the end. The end. The end of what?
Well, the end
No,
end
his
fight was
name is
already
the
sick.
end. I know that's what I'm saying, but apparently he wanted to do something
Unless you
different.
slap him ahead of time.
I did the dick one.
Apparently you could kill him. There's like a split second.
Yeah,
chance
you're like he
you
rolls
kill
it
him.
on his wheelchair. You just go whack, and you just see well.
I did the wait him out till he dies of old age.
Yeah, you could do that too.
That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
There's-
thought that was
it's
hilarious.
Either you go for the quick kill, or you can let him die of old age.
Yeah, you just go about.
So you just sit there for like
He's
what,
just
7
laying
hours
there.
or 7 days in game time.
Yeah,
Oh man, yeah. I'm looking forward to this game a lot. Yeah.
I hope
But-
I hope that it goes like full on gritty. And honestly, I don't want to see Metal Gear Solid 5 mechanics in it. To be fair, like I don't want
What
I
do you
like
mean,
I
too open world.
I don't want it to be too open world. I would like it to be somewhat linear, to be honest. And
Okay.
I don't want any fucking like, okay, we're gonna drop you into the area. You're gonna do this. Let's take you back to the oil rig now, so you can build your base and have our microtransactions. It's Konami. It's Konami. They're gonna do it. You know they're gonna do it. But
I hope not. I hope not.
I was really happy
Like
to
there
see.
was literally no reason. Like there should be absolutely no reason to go back and build up your base.
I
I
hope
mean, they did that.
just
They
do-
basically did that in everything after the third game, or was it the fourth game? Basically, anything on the PSP, because the PSP ones they did that. It's like, hey, go and steal some. Go kidnap some people and then brainwash them.
Peace Walkers, I think. Yeah,
Yeah, that's it. The Peace Walker games.
yeah, I remember that. Oh man, but I hope we get some sick stealth elements. And this time, I want to see the camouflage meter actually fucking work. Because it didn't matter a lot of times. Like it didn't matter what your percentage was, a lot of the time. And I really want to see that function. And a sound meter would be nice. I don't know. Like just go full stealth. Like we don't have a full stealth game anymore. We really don't. So and if Konami wants to win back the hearts of these people, man, I think this is what they have to do.
probably. I think anything close to the original would probably be good. Just like more fluid,
Yeah.
like the Resident Evil games.
And to be fair, if they would like rip the conversations directly out of the
Dead
Metal Gear Solid 3 and just put it in this one, I'd be fine with that too. You know?
Yeah.
Agreed. I hope they add a little bit more story. I just hope it's longer.
He wants more. He wants
I
more.
just want it longer.
He wants some more Ocelot gun twisting. I want to see you do those twirls.
All this. Oh, I hate ocelots. Either way.
You know what would be sick? That guy. What's his name?
Oh.
The one that fell in love with Boss.
Me.
The Pain?
The pain. Was it the pain? I
Was
thought
it the Pain?
I thought the pain was the guy with the
no,
bees.
it's not. No,
I thought it was
yeah,
the
that's
The sorrow. Was it?
the sorrow. Yeah, it was the
I
sorrow.
would like to see his story explained because I didn't know his story when I played the game. I only knew it when I started reading up on like the lore around
I
it.
would like a lot more backstory, in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
And,
Just 'cause.
and Metal Gear is fucking loaded with it. And the best part is that
Oh my God,
Kojima
yes.
lost all the rights to it, so Konami can tell it all. So
Nice.
I think this is.
Oh, really? He has none of it?
No.
Oh,
Nice.
damn.
So
Okay.
I think that this is like Konami's middle finger to Kojima. Suck it, douche. No, I like you. I like Kojima.
Yeah,
After the scarf scenario, I don't like him as much.
yeah, no kidding. You know, I'd like to see what
He's wearing a
what they can
fucking
do
scarf
now, and
indoors.
I feel
Summer.
because he's gotten so arrogant now. They're like, okay, you know, let's put him in his place. So hopefully they will.
Oh
Not in a bad sense, but you know what I mean.
no,
But
but they
he's
no, but,
like the Elon Musk of video games.
but they fucked up with Metal Gear Survive big time. Kojima.
What was that? Was that the zombie shooter?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So they came out with that Metal Gear Survive.
Survive.
And it was a full on Metal Gear release where it was a part of the Metal Gear 5 world, and everybody had a crystal on their head, and you had to go around with a stick and stab them with it. It was fucking weird. And then you have to build up your base, and people can attack your base. All that microtransaction shit. They pushed the microtransactions so far that if you wanted a second save slot, you had to pay for it.
Okay, let's hope not.
Yeah, that's Konami.
Wow.
So yeah,
Wow.
And Dope in Overwatch 2, where you actually tell the story.
so so super stoked for Metal Gear Solid, but however, terrified that Konami's handling it. So we'll see how that one plays out. Next up was for some reason Ubisoft chose Sony to do this presentation, and they presented Assassin's Creed Mirage, which I am 100% in. Like, if what they showed us in the trailer and the tech demo, if that's what we get, then Assassin's Creed is back. Like, it's really back. They ditched a lot of those RPG elements, like where your weapons have numbers on them, and this dagger does much more than this giant fucking sword. It's just stupid to me. And they got rid of the health system. They got rid of magical powers and stuff. Like, I remember you can call down. Yeah, in fucking Odyssey, you can call upon the 300 Spartans to come charge with you, and they come falling from the sky and all that shit. And like, Assassin's Creed lost its way, and they said that this was their way of like nodding to the fans who started with the series. Did you guys play any of the Assassin's Creed?
Only a few.
I honestly stopped after Black Flag.
Yeah.
Good call.
Yeah.
Very good call.
Black Flag was fun.
Yeah, it was.
Black Flag was a
fun.
shitload of fun.
was
Obviously,
fun.
my favorites are the Italian ones, the Ezio series. So
I wasn't super huge on the third one. I think I just stopped playing halfway through.
that's the American Revolution,
Three?
right?
So Revelations?
Yeah.
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 Oh, you're talking about the Ezio trilogy, the third one.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Because like it was the only one who had a trilogy, right? It was
Yeah.
like the first Assassin's Creed 2, then
Brotherhood.
I forget. What, sorry?
Brotherhood.
Yeah. And then Revelations. It's like
Yeah,
three.
Revelations was my least favorite out of
It's
the
like
three.
the Matrix.
And it was Istanbul, I think. Yeah, I don't care.
Exactly.
I want to see Florence. I want to see Rome. I want to
Like,
see.
as far as I'm concerned, it ended at 2.
Yeah,
Like the first one.
to be fair. And Mirage, I think, if I understand correctly, is supposed to be a retelling of the original first game.
Really?
Yeah, it's not. I don't think it's Altair, but they're going back to that time period, and it looks
It
phenomenal.
I'm watching the trailer right now. It looks nice, and it sort of does look a bit like Altair, but maybe it isn't.
Altair.
But I'm telling you, if they stick to their guns and they play their cards right, this will actually score some points for Ubisoft on my end, and I might reinstate some confidence in them to make a Splinter Cell game. Because right now, I don't want them to make one at all. I do not want them to touch that series again. Just sell the fucking Tom Clancy property, please. I'd appreciate it. And we got some tiny announcements that had no presentation. There was the Ghost of Tsushima 2, which I am stoked for. I know, Danny, you played it. But what about you, Josh?
I've not played it.
No, not interested? Not your kind of game?
Ghost of Tsushima. I didn't play it, but I would check it out.
It's amazing.
I think you'd like
I
it.
just haven't played it. It was like Dark Souls, right? But with samurais?
No, that's
Easier. It's a
Sekiro.
lot easier.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sekiro was more like Dark Souls. So you'll have a lot of fun with Ghost of Tsushima. I can lend it to you. I have it on PS4.
Oh, we're on PS4. Yeah.
It's just think of like think of like an Assassin's Creed. Honestly, they drop you into Tsushima Island, go unlock the map, and do all these side quests and do the main quests. It's basically that. As you go along, you level up your character, you get better armor. What I love is the fighting mechanics. Holy shit!
Yeah, no, you actually feel like an actual samurai when you're fighting people and doing.
Oh,
shit. It was really really well done, and the story is top
And
notch
there's
from
a
beginning to
second
end.
one coming out?
What? Oh,
Yeah,
I don't think
supposedly.
I don't think they gave it a release date.
Okay.
No, they haven't given a release date. There's no gameplay footage. If you see anything related to it, it's basically just people cropping in what's that new game? Phantom Blade. Phantom Blade.
Which was the next
Zero.
one I was going to talk about.
Yeah.
Okay. Phantom Blade.
Phantom Blade looks insane, man. It looks like what do you call it? Dark Souls
It's
meets
lit-
Ghost of Tsushima.
I actually wouldn't even say
Okay.
that. I'd say Sekiro meets Ninja Gaiden.
Oh damn.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know. It seemed more tactical than Ninja Gaiden. Ninja Gaiden was very button mashy, you know.
I don't know what trailer you're looking at. This game looks like it's very button mashy.
Wait, what? Hang on, let me see.
Yeah, like the dude's doing all these like crazy sword movements. It's like, what? I'm gonna press one button and he's just gonna swing like 13 times.
Let me see here.
One animation.
Oh yeah,
Like,
that's
could you
what
please
that's like.
stop? Could you please stop,
Like
Virgil?
there was a lot of sword swinging in it. So that's
It
why
does
I'm
look
like,
like Crossroad Swing.
yeah, that's why I'm saying Ninja
No, man,
Gaiden. Ninja
it
Gaiden.
seems more tactical to me than just button mashing for real. Like Ninja Gaiden, I remember I used to get what they call the fucking Vigorians and just go ham on it, just like slap everyone with it. I never used my sword. But
Regardless, it does look cool.
Yeah.
yeah, the art, the style of it looks amazing. It looks very Ronin esque. But what I loved about the Ghost of Tsushima was that it really stuck to like explaining what the samurai are and what it is that they do and how the clans work and all that stuff. I thought that was pretty cool what they did with the game, and they announced
Yeah.
a sequel to it, which is great. And that's pretty much
I'm
yeah.
no, I was gonna say I'm hoping that the sequel is actually gonna be well. Number one, I hope it's gonna be good. Number two, I sort of hope they follow somebody else or they follow a different story this time around. I
I
don't know.
I read I read a Reddit post. It's so reliable. But apparently the storyboard that they have so far is you'll be playing as a character who's being pursued by our main character.
Hmm.
Because
Okay.
without spoiling the story, is that this new character that you'll be playing is a samurai and he wants to restore honor.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I think that would be an interesting take on it. A very interesting take if they were to do that. Oh yeah, and in the game, like honor and everything, it plays huge into it, like how you do things and how you choose to approach things. So I really like that. And that's pretty much all the announcements I have for now. And then I'm gonna look it up right now because I have no idea what this fucking fancy turd was doing. Yeah,
What?
this fucking fancy turd Kojima. Like what is he trying to announce now? Fuck. Him and his shitty ass production company. What is the Walking Simulator and Walking Simulator 2? Good job.
Ugh.
It's like I had high hopes for him when he broke off, man, and then he pulls this shit.
This is what you do in Norman Reedus?
Was
God damn.
Hideo Kojima Connecting Worlds official trailer?
And that's it.
Is
Yeah,
that it?
that's what I saw.
Connecting worlds.
But I think it's just it's like a documentary on how he operates his office to make Death Stranding 2. You know how everything's fucking like, you know, if he goes and he buys a fucking Slurpee, somehow it's related to the marketing of the game. He's that kind of fucking guy. You know what I mean? He's like,
He turns around with a scarf and a Slurpee.
avocado. Well, yeah, fuck off, bro. No one cares. It's like,
Stupid game's called Avocado.
but yeah. So he made an announcement. You know what? It's like to me, he's like I think he considers himself to be like the Christopher Nolan of video games or the Quentin Tarantino, you know, and all that shit. But to me, he's like the fucking U-Bowl right now of
Who the hell is he?
He's the guy who made one series.
yeah. No, he's the guy who makes all those shit video game movies.
Shit, video game movies.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
You made that shit.
You made the original Super Mario movie.
What?
Is that how you spell his name? U-Bowl? Is that his name? Yeah, it is. Uweboll. Fucking piece of shit director. What did he make? He made Alone in the Dark, Blood Rain the movie,
Oh, Blood Rain the movie.
Far Cry the movie, which was oh my god. Yeah.
Wait, does the Far Cry the movie?
Oh yeah, that's it. That's how shit these are.
Okay.
He made Rampage, Capital Punishment. He made a movie called Zombie Massacre.
Capital Punishment. And I immediately picture a giant ape like you know the Rampage games?
Oh, what is this? He made a movie called Auschwitz? Oh god. I would not trust him to be in charge of something like that.
No.
But yeah, so anyways, he just makes a bunch of shit movies, and everyone makes fun of him because he's always tapping into video games for his creativity. Yeah, and of course, that's what I wanted to mention. Also, Mortal Kombat 1. Is this really necessary?
Yeah.
Really? When
I
did
don't know what you're talking
when did 11 come out?
Yesterday.
Seriously? Okay, it came out.
when?
3 years? No.
2018?
It came out in April 2019.
Wow.
2019.
Okay, so 4
Yeah,
years ago.
their shelf life for their games is not exactly huge. It's usually like 3 years.
Okay. Well, it was weird because they were treating it like a games as a service, where you always have to buy the next combat pack, unlock this character, unlock that character.
Yeah. They have that. They usually like have like 2 or 3, and then that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not
So-
Street Fighter where they support it for like a decade.
What about was it Street Fighter 6 that just came out this week?
Yeah.
Yep.
Street Fighter
Yeah.
6. Pretty cool.
But Mortal Kombat 1.
Yeah.
So we already talked about it a little bit over text, and I was a bit confused because I was like, "Yo, Liu Kang looks like a fucking dick, yo, in this trailer." He does not look like a benevolent god. He's like, "Listen to my rule, and that's it."
Yeah, he has that look from MK11.
Yeah, from the end of it, after he got his powers.
He's the fire god Liu Kang.
So, do you guys think this is going to be a retelling of actual Mortal Kombat 1? There wasn't much story to that game.
No, there wasn't. There really wasn't.
There really wasn't. But
There really wasn't.
it'll be nice to see Goro come back, I guess.
Yeah, hopefully not lose to some kid.
Glued to some kid.
Lose to some kid.
And I just feel like I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think it's gonna be like.
It's not gonna be revolutionary.
No, probably not. Well, the graphics might be super sick.
MK11 looks
PS5
fucking
and
crazy still.
Super sick. MK11 looks fantastic, and I love all the character packs Well, the characters they added in the combat packs. Like it's cool seeing Terminator versus RoboCop, all that shit.
Rambo.
But no,
Rambo all the way.
Rambo versus Terminator. But yeah, like it was cool to see all the extra characters. But MK1, it looked because just judging by the trailer by itself, and usually that's an indicator on how the game's gonna look. It looks really good. So I'm very curious to see how it goes. Well, we have a gameplay trailer tomorrow, so
Oh, we do?
definitely gonna see that. Yep.
Okay.
Damn.
There we go.
Wait,
Wait,
no,
you see-
tomorrow. Sorry, not tomorrow. Friday.
But you see,
Friday. I thought it was Thursday.
that's why I fucking miss E3, man. You go one place and you get all this news. Now it's fucking everywhere, tidbits everywhere. It's like, no, just can somebody just collect all this shit and just put it out there so I know what to look for? E3. But anyways, yeah, I was a bit surprised when I saw the announcement for Mortal Kombat 1. Very happy it wasn't set to some kind of bumble rap score. I think that was a good call this time.
21 Savage.
Yeah,
It says Mortal Kombat like 21 Savage.
yeah.
Oh shit.
And I noticed this sound weird. I buy Mortal Kombat for the stories. Honestly, I know that's fucking weird.
They haven't been bad.
The first Mortal Kombat I ever bought was actually Mortal Kombat 11. Prior to that, I just used to read about the stories. I never bought a Mortal Kombat before that.
Okay.
I played them, but I never bought it. But when I saw the trailer for Mortal Kombat 11 and the story elements, I was like, oh, I gotta play this. There's no doubt about it. So I bought it. And this one here is doing the same thing again. Mortal Kombat 1, it's making me want to buy it for the story. But I feel like it's DLC. That's my problem. It's $80 DLC. That's what I feel like.
Oh. Well, I guess we're gonna find out Friday.
Oh, yeah.
As long as
Yeah, I don't know. I don't
they
really know what to
go with the
expect right now.
gameplay.
What what was the Mortal Kombat where there was like an open world you could run around and do shit like missions and whatnot? Was it no? Was it Deception? Was it Deception?
Was it Deception?
Yeah.
I didn't really play too much of those ones.
Yeah, bring
I
that
know,
back.
like, yeah, you were like Shujinko or something.
Yeah, you had Kung Lao following you or some shit. He was like teaching you. I don't know.
Kung Lao just follows you. He wants you to be a waifu.
So that's pretty much it. That's all I got
Right.
for the news this week. I'm happy. I'm happy that developers are still pumping out all the information this summer. It just makes the summer more fun for me. You know, like we have the summer blockbusters coming out. You have Transformers. You have Guardians. You have Spider-Man. All the summer blockbusters coming out, and then on top of that, you have all the great news and trailers from games coming out at the same time. It just makes it more fun for me, you know. Everyone's all like, you know, oh, it's Pride Month, or oh, we can go to the Ferris wheel again. It's like, yeah, fuck off. No, I want this. You know, all my entertainment.
Just let me be entertained.
So yeah, Robbie Williams, get to it, entertain me. But yeah, I don't know if you guys had anything else you wanted to add or talk about concerning all the announcements coming out, or is there anything that you're hoping to hear about this summer, like something that you want to see? Like honestly, I think I've mentioned it 3 times already. I want to see Ubisoft talk about Splinter Cell. I really do.
I think you mentioned that quite a few times actually. This interview.
I've been dying for a Splinter Cell, man. And when I saw Metal Gear, I was like, yes, finally something stealthy. But is there anything that you guys would like to hear about coming out, or anything pique your interest? Like, hey, whatever happened to Skull and Bones? You know, shit like that.
Where's my realistic Banjo-Kazooie?
I want Unreal 5 engine graphics, damn it.
Oh, can you imagine Banjo just stuffing Kazooie into his backpack in like realistic graphics? Oh god. It's just you just see it look up
feathers.
as you push it in, you see it's like a burst of red feathers. It's like, oh man. But if that's it, that's all I got. I want to thank you guys for joining me for this talk. Next time, I don't know what we'll be doing. Either we'll be reviewing Transformers or we'll talk about more gaming news. We'll see what comes up first. But I have a feeling next week is going to be a busy week for announcements because a lot of developers are hosting their shows, including Bethesda. Apparently, they have something big that they want to announce. Is it going to be fucking Elder Scrolls 6? We'll see. I doubt it. You know, when did they announce that, Elder Scrolls 6? Wasn't it like 6 years ago?
Elder Scrolls 6.
It has been a while. I don't remember how long ago it has, but it has been a while. And you want to know what's actually coming out more recently? An expansion for the Elder Scrolls Online.
Right?
Wow.
I saw that too. I'm like, that's still playing?
That's
I know.
fantastic.
It's like when you hear another WoW expansion and you're like, oh, did it update it to anything yet?
Elder Scrolls
It's the same.
6 was announced in 2018. So it's 5 years ago.
Whew.
5 years ago.
It's been a bit.
Oh man. I don't know what to say. I see a Games Radar article here that's saying Elder Scrolls 6 is in pre-production, but there's not much else to talk about. Elder Scrolls 6 is happening, but you can expect a long wait ahead. That's all they're saying. And this article is from like 5 days ago. So does that mean they're not going to be at E3? What the fuck else do you have to announce, Bethesda?
Good news.
Like, what else can Bethesda announce? I don't know.
Oh man.
So, and Diablo 4 came out. Apparently, it was a shitty launch.
Diablo 4 did come out. Oh, was it?
Yeah, I heard there was a lot of problems with it.
Huh.
Yeah, I don't know.
That seems to be an ongoing thing with Blizzard stuff, though.
Yeah, I give up. And what's
perform a bust with this company? Jesus Christ!
sorry, before I wrap it up, I just wanted to know: did any of you guys play Street Fighter 6?
Yes.
And worth it? Not worth
I
it?
enjoy myself actually. I find it's pretty fun.
I'm really contemplating picking it up.
I find it's pretty fun. It feels smooth. That little drive system, whatever they got going on, it's neat. Like I'm not super familiar with it just yet, but it seems neat and cheap, but neat.
Yeah, everyone can parry, and everyone has their little
It's like kind of like
move.
like MKX when it had its X-ray, and you're like, oh fuck, I just got X-rayed. There goes all my health, and it just happened, and it could happen multiple times.
Okay.
Something like that. So like the drive impact is like this big move that could go. It has like armor, and it goes through attacks, and it hits, and then you're stunned, and you could perform like a full combo if you want.
Oh.
But sometimes it's like a guessing game because then they could just do it to you instead. So you hit, but then they parry and hit back. So I don't know.
That reminds me of
it's a neat mechanic, but it remains to be seen. Cause
it reminds me of the Street Fighter 4 mechanic where you can like charge up an attack and it would be like a paintbrush move.
Yeah,
I forgot what that was. Oh, I love that.
It's similar to that.
Tech to that. There was so much tech to that too when you would do it, and then you had to like jam 3 down for like forward and R2 or something, just to like cancel out of your move to continue the combo going. And it was so hard.
So of
Or at least
course,
to me, 'cause I didn't play that often, but still, so hard.
the biggest news about Street Fighter 6 was that Cammy got back her original suit. Yay! Did she really? Because I heard some people
Enjoy
complaining.
PS5 graphics song.
I heard some people complaining about it. Is that true? She actually got back her original suit?
Yeah, she did.
Ah, good for her.
Even though it was pretty similar for the longest time. No, it was just that onesie
Yeah.
and a hat.
Yeah, for the most part, yeah.
And the
Yeah.
the
No, but
gauntlet gloves.
didn't they change it to like a jacket and a top or something at some point?
Yeah. Like right now, she has like a full getup going. She has like pants. She has like.
Oh, so the onesie's
she has
gone.
a jacket. She cut her hair. Yeah, the onesie's gone.
Oh,
It's a
that's what people are complaining
yeah.
about. Bring back the onesie. Okay, I see.
Because they did bring back the onesie. It's an alternate costume. So you have her Street Fighter 2, Super Street Fighter 2 costume.
Mm.
It's the same
Yeah,
shit
no-
to me, really. But you have the onesie, so you can pick that, or you can pick her new costume. But the thing is, though, the new costume's pretty good. Like she's actually dressed in civilian clothing, and she has a haircut, and part of her jacket actually, like she has like these two belts in her jacket that kind of symbolize her ponytails that she always had,
Oh, I
the
see.
braids.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a good
Yeah,
design.
You know what?
I'm liking a lot of the new looks for the characters, to be honest.
You have Hobo
Like,
Ken.
Yeah, a little bit. He's like
Hobo
he doesn't
Ken.
really give a shit anymore, but he just seems like
Apparently, he's like on the run because he's got his company got framed for something, and now he in turn he got framed for something. Like it's like a big story, but like this, I don't know how the story really plays out in the game yet. So
Ryu looks sick, man.
he does. He looks like a master now.
For real.
He
Akuma,
conquered his anger.
Akuma probably still looks like a fucking retard, but I love Akuma.
Oh, Akuma, I think in this one he has a similar look to his 5, like with the full beard and all the hair going out.
Yeah, that's it.
Except like it's white.
yeah,
Oh,
his
it's
hair's
white.
white now.
Yeah. But it remains to be seen
Oh,
because
yeah.
apparently it's not going to be out until like a year from now. So
Okay. I like
it's a
I like
little bit of a
Akuma
check.
from I forgot which one it is. Street Fighter Fight from the Future. I forgot which one that is.
Wait for the future.
Street Fighter 3? Third Strike. Yeah.
Oh, so Strike
he has,
and
like,
Alpha.
he has like the Reed Richards stripes.
Was that what it was?
Yeah, he just had like 2 white stripes like this, and he had his haircut with the top knot.
Yeah. That was
Yeah.
my favorite look for him, man.
Basically, his classic costume except 2 white streaks, whatever.
Yeah. But yeah, so thank
It's
you
okay.
boys for joining me today on this conversation. And we will catch you guys on the next one for either Transformers review or Spider-Man review or Pornhub review, whatever.
Nice.
Mia Khalifa has a new video up.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.